I wasn't expecting a whole lot from this show, but I was expecting at least something. GCW's The Philly Special came and went, and honestly, most of it didn't need to happen. A couple of highlights saved it from being a total waste, but yeah, this card was not it. Let's break it all down, match by match, my honest thoughts, star ratings, and I'll tell you which names actually made the show worth checking out at least. We kick things off with Miracle Generation versus Wasted Youth. Now this was a really good opener. Good pacing, strong chemistry, and both teams brought their high energy that got the crowd going right away. Wasted Youth won it with a shooting star press, and it was well deserved. If you're not already watching these two teams, a Miracle Generation and Wasted Youth, I think you're sleeping on these teams. They're two of the top tag acts in the indies right now. This match gets 3.5 stars for me easily. Next up, we had Ashley Vox versus Zeta Steel. Zeta got the win with an unprettier, but honestly, this match was just okay. Nothing bad, but nothing really stood out either. Vox did most of the heavy lifting. Zeta's still figuring things out. She's young, she's got potential, and she's still getting reps. So that's important. She's not there yet, but she's obviously working on it. I give this one 2 stars. Respectable effort, but it didn't hit. Jonathan Gresham versus Marcus Mathers followed that. Now this was one of the better pure wrestling matches on the card. You got clean transitions, slick reversals, and sharp technique. Gresham pretty much did what he did, but the real win here is Mathers showing that he can keep up with that level. This was a very solid showing. I give this one 3 stars. Worth watching if you're into the technical side of things. Then it's the GCW Ultraviolent title match with Matt Tremont versus Ruckus. Tremont won with a DVD through a door, but getting there was really tough. Ruckus obviously just isn't who he used to be. He tried, there are glimpses, but physically it wasn't clicking, and the match layout didn't do him any favors. Tremont did what he could do, but it went way too long and it never really landed. I give this one 1.5 star, a pretty hard watch. Next up was the 5-way scramble. Jimmy Lloyd, Fuego del Sol, Wes Barkley, Griffin McCoy, and Brandon Toon. Fuego picked up the win with a moonsault DDT. But let's be real, GCW is known for wild, fast-paced scrambles, and this one didn't bring that spark. The spots were fine, but the crowd wasn't really reacting like that, and nothing really stuck. No chaos, no crazy momentum shifts, no buzz. It was just there. This gets 2.5 stars. Meh. Effie vs. Tony Deppen for the GCW World title was up next. Now this was good. Effie retained with a Rough Rider through a door, and they made good use of the time they had. Smart spots, tight pacing, and creative weapon use. But here's the thing. It didn't feel like a main event. It wasn't even the last match on the show, despite it being a world title match. Maybe not their fault entirely, but it does matter. Still, I give this one 3.5 stars. Solid work from both guys. Breaker Moran versus Richard Holiday followed that. The match has something going in the beginning, then the middle kind of dragged, and then comes Pero during the finishing sequence to chokeslam Holiday. The middle part just overstayed its welcome really hard. This gets 2.5 stars. Could have been better if they trimmed the fat. Sullivan vs. Slade in a death match closed this show. Slade won after a big spear through a door. I thought it was okay. Nothing particularly wrong with it, but it didn't reach that oh damn level either. Maybe if you're into deathmatch stuff, you'll probably be fine with it, but don't expect to be blown away by this. This gets 2 3/4 stars, just short of hitting that next gear. Now for my overall thoughts. I pretty much thought this was a boring, underwhelming show. Even with low expectations going in, I still walked away disappointed. Pacing I thought was off at times. The crowd never really woke up at certain points. The card felt like filler, to be honest. And outside of maybe 2 matches, nothing felt worth the time. This gets a 6.25 out of 10. I don't recommend this one. That said, credit where it's due. Miracle Generation, Wasted Youth, and Marcus Mathers stood out. If you're not already following them, go ahead and start. Let me know what you thought if you watched the Philly Special. Did something hit different for you, or are you right there with me? If you like this review, go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share this video out with your friends. And for that, I'll see y'all later.